Hello and welcome. In this video I test the new WalkingPad Z3 Hybrid Plus. It's my first folding treadmill with side handles, and I can already tell you that this model will be of interest to many people. If you're new to my channel, I test and compare the best products for the home and always try to bring out something special for my viewers. More on that later. The treadmill has a total length of 57.9 and a width of 30.1 inches. Thanks to the height adjustable handles, you can adjust the height to your body size between 40.5 and 59 inches. The running surface measures 47.2 by 17.3 inches. It can be loaded up to a body weight of 242 pounds. Unpacked, the treadmill weighs just under 86 pounds and 99 pounds with packaging, which means it requires 2 strong people for delivery. It is delivered fully assembled and is ready for immediate use. When folded, the length is reduced to 7.6 inches. The height and width remain the same. In addition to the treadmill itself, the scope of delivery includes a power cable, a remote control, including wrist strap and battery, a bottle of oil, a safety plug, and an Allen key. You can use the key to tighten or loosen the running belt at the back of the treadmill as required. The large transport wheels make it easy to move the treadmill around the room. I use the non-slip WalkingPad floor protection mat underneath to protect the floor. The protective covers must be removed in order to fit the side handles. You can tell from the L that it is the left handle. This can then be folded down once and it is already fitted. It can then simply remain attached to the treadmill if you want to stow it away. It works in the same way on the other side. The whole structure wobbles slightly, but is definitely stable enough. Before the treadmill can even be started, the safety plug must be attached to the front. The counterpart should then be attached to your clothing, and as soon as you pull on it, the treadmill stops immediately. The treadmill cannot be started without the plug. You can simply place this in the storage compartment on the handle when stowing it away. It doesn't close completely, but it's enough and saves you a step when setting up and taking down. You can also stow the remote control next to it. During training, you can also place your smartphone in the compartment, for example. Then I remove the protective film. I immediately noticed that the walking pads are becoming increasingly high quality. The display looks high quality, and the new walking pad lettering on the running surface is a nice detail. Then you can connect it to the power supply. Just always make sure that the running surface is completely unfolded before you switch it on to avoid electrical damage. In the same way, always disconnect it from the power supply before folding it up again. Before the first run, you should oil the surface. Cut off the cap from the lubricating oil supplied and unfold the treadmill halfway. Then spread some silicone oil over the entire width. This protects the treadmill and reduces friction. The advantage for you is that it runs more quietly and smoothly. In my other videos, many people ask about the oil interval, for example, how often I lubricate the treadmills, and I always go by my gut feeling here. If you notice more friction noise, simply oil the running surface again. I also oil it a little if I haven't used the model in question for a while. Afterwards, it is important to distribute the oil once. To do this, simply start the treadmill and increase the speed. The rest will take care of itself. You've just seen that it can reach speeds of up to 10 km per hour with a handle. If you press the stop button, the treadmill will slow down evenly until it comes to a standstill. A hybrid can of course be used in 2 ways, which is why I'll show you here how you can switch to walk mode to use it at your desk, for example. First of all, you should fold down the handles. As just mentioned, you no longer need to remove them. Then you need to pull the 2 levers on the left and right upwards. These are relatively firm, so you'll need to apply a little more force. Then pull the handle out to the maximum and push the levers down again. You will also need some strength here. To be able to fold the handle down, you need to release the 2 rotary levers on both sides. Then you can put it down. The beep confirms the change to walk mode. You can then tighten it again. It is also important that the safety plug remains in place, otherwise the walking pad will not start. I had already complained about this with the WalkingPad R2, but thanks to the storage compartment, it's not so bad. And you see, you can set a maximum speed of 6 km per hour here. This is regulated by law and is a good thing because there is no emergency stop. If you use it at your desk, at least you have this to hold on to. Now I'll quickly show you how to dismantle it. Fold over the rear tread. You can already hear that there is extra adhesive between the two halves. This peeling noise is therefore normal. Then you have to retract the handle. You can then stow it away. Here you can see how easy it is to move thanks to the large transport wheels. This should not be underestimated, even if it doesn't sound like an important detail. You can store it standing up, for example behind a door or in a corner. But also lying down if you have a high couch or a high bed. Here I show you a possible use in everyday life. The extended handle even helps you to position the treadmill very well on a height adjustable desk. That's why I pull it out beforehand so that I can easily push it under the desk. There's hardly any strain on the end of the handle, which is easy on the back. These are all small details that make your routine easier. Then fold down the running surface and make sure that the treadmill is centered at the front and back so that there is no friction on the sides when walking. Connect it to the power supply and you're ready to go. Here I start the treadmill as normal using the remote control. However, you can also connect it afterwards with the KS Fit app, which I would like to briefly introduce to you in this context. First you have to tap on the plus in the corner to search for the treadmill. Then you can connect it and see the current data of the run. You can set the speed more precisely in the app. At the top you can save 3 speeds as favorites, which you can then set at the touch of a button. When you finish the run, you will receive a summary and can forward this to your health app. You can activate a child lock in the settings, which prevents it from starting. You can then set the no load stop function so that the treadmill switches off automatically after a short time if no load is perceived. And a brand new feature that I really like is that you can mute the treadmill, which is a very useful new option if you want to get a few more steps in early in the morning or late at night. This shows that the company is listening to people's feedback. Let's move on to my volume test. Here I test the volume of all speeds and have also attached it to a power meter. As this is the German version of the model, the speed is given in kilometers per hour. However, it should adapt 1-to-1 to the miles per hour values. You can see both enlarged on the right, and I show you comparative situations for the noise level so that you can roughly estimate and compare it.
2 km/h. 3 km/h. 4 km/h. 5 km/h. 6 km/h. 7 km/h. 8 km/h. 9 km/h. Maximum 10 km/h. Die Griffe funktionieren auch sehr gut. Sie geben einem ein sicheres Gefühl. So, Stopptaste. Schön festhalten.
Finally, I have it in the 10,000 step endurance test. I'll run you through it in time-lapse. Above you can see the horizontal view of the KS Fit app in German and how many calories you can burn at your desk. It passed the test without any problems. So it takes about 2 hours to reach 10,000 steps and burn about 500 calories. The feet can be turned out to compensate for uneven floors. Let's come to my conclusion. The treadmill corrects many small shortcomings of previous WalkingPad models. These include the option to switch off the beeping noises and the large transport wheels. It is ideal for walking, light jogging and moderate running workouts. The handles give you a lot of security, especially when walking freely away from the desk. I would therefore recommend it not only to senior citizens and people with balance problems, but to anyone who likes to hold on tight. If you hold the handle at the front, as is the case with many other treadmills, you automatically end up in a leaning position, which is not the case with the side handles. My parents both have a walking pad, and one problem is that they feel relatively unsafe on the belt without a handle, for example when they use it in front of the TV. My mother always puts 2 chairs next to it to hold on to. Many people who have tested the walking pads for the first time with me have always intuitively looked for a way to hold on. These side handles are therefore definitely useful for many people. It's also great that you can adjust the handle height to suit all body sizes. If you are interested in the walking pad, I can offer you a discount voucher based on my partnership, which you can activate automatically by following the link in the video description. The amount will be automatically deducted in the shopping cart. Overall, I can't think of anything that could be improved on the model. The display shows you time, steps, distance, calories burned, and speed. Personally, I don't run faster than 10 km per hour, but that won't be enough for ambitious runners. But there are other suitable models for that. So, once again, the treadmill has really convinced me. Thank you for watching and good luck with your fitness goals. Thanks also to Kingsmith for letting me test the model. See you next time. All the best.